वो हमारे लिए नई क्षितिजों को पार करने का एक बहुत बड़ा माध्यम बन जाएंगे। अब देखिए, हम सब ने अनुभव किया है कि एलईडी बल्ब बिजली बचाता है, कार्बन एमिशन बचाता है, पैसे बचाता है। क्या हमारा पर्यावरण मंत्रालय, हमारा राज्य का बिजली मंत्रालय, हमारा राज्य का अर्बन मंत्रालय लगातार बैठ करके मॉनिटर करे कि भाई एलईडी बल्ब हर स्ट्रीट लाइट पर लगा है कि नहीं लगा है, हर सरकारी दफ्तरों में एलईडी बल्ब लगा है कि नहीं लगा है, एलईडी का जो ये सारा मूवमेंट चला है जो इतनी बचत करता है, पैसे बचाता है, एनवायरमेंट की भी सेवा करता है। आप इसको लीड कर सकते हैं, आपका डिपार्टमेंट लीड कर सकता है। उसी प्रकार से हमें हमारे संसाधनों को भी बचाना है। अब पानी, हर कोई कहता है पानी को बचाना ये बहुत बड़ा काम है। अभी जो हमने आजादी का अमृत महोत्सव में 75 अमृत सरोवर बनाने के लिए कहा है, क्या पर्यावरण मंत्रालय, वन विभाग इसको लीड कर रहा है क्या? जल संरक्षण का बल दे रहा है क्या? उसी प्रकार से पर्यावरण मंत्रालय और एग्रीकल्चर मिनिस्ट्री मिल करके भाई ड्रिप इरिगेशन, टपक सिंचाई, माइक्रो इरिगेशन, उस पर बल देता है क्या? यानी पर्यावरण मंत्रालय के ऐसा है कि जो हर मंत्रालय को दिशा दे सकता है, गति दे सकता है, प्रेरणा दे सकता है और परिणाम ले सकता है। आजकल हम देखते हैं कि कभी जिन राज्यों में पानी की बहुलता थी, ग्राउंड वाटर ऊपर रहता था, वहां आज पानी के लिए बहुत बड़ा जंग करना पड़ रहा है। पानी की किल्लत है, हजार 1200 फीट नीचे जाना पड़ रहा है। साथियों, ये चुनौती सिर्फ पानी से जुड़े विभाग की नहीं है, बल्कि पर्यावरण विभाग को भी उसे इतना ही बड़ी चुनौती समझना चाहिए। आजकल आप देख रहे हैं कि देश के हर जिले में, जैसा मैंने आपको कहा, अमृत सरोवर का अभियान चल रहा है। अब अमृत सरोवर वाटर सिक्योरिटी के साथ ही एनवायरमेंट सिक्योरिटी से भी जुड़ा हुआ है। उसी प्रकार से इन दिनों आपने देखा होगा हमारे किसानों में केमिकल फ्री खेती, नेचुरल फार्मिंग। अब यूं तो लगता है वो एग्रीकल्चर डिपार्टमेंट का है, लेकिन अगर हमारा पर्यावरण मंत्रालय जुड़ जाए तो उसको एक नई ताकत मिल जाएगी। प्राकृतिक खेती, ये भी पर्यावरण की रक्षा का काम करता है। ये हमारी धरती माता की रक्षा करना, ये भी एक बहुत बड़ा काम है। इसलिए ही मैं कहता हूं कि बदलते हुए इस समय में पर्यावरण मंत्रालय द्वारा पार्टिसिपेटिव और इंटीग्रेटेड अप्रोच लेकर काम करना बहुत आवश्यक है। जब पर्यावरण मंत्रालयों की दृष्टि बदलेगी, लक्ष्य तय होंगे, राह निर्धारित हो जाएगी, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है साथियों, प्रकृति का भी उतना ही भला होगा। साथियों, पर्यावरण की रक्षा का एक और पक्ष जन जागरूकता, जन भागीदारी, जन समर्थन, ये बहुत आवश्यक है। लेकिन ये भी सिर्फ सूचना विभाग या शिक्षा विभाग का काम नहीं है। जैसे आप सभी को भली भांति पता है कि देश में जो हमारी नई राष्ट्रीय शिक्षा नीति, अब सचमुच वो आपके लिए भी उपयोगी है, आपके डिपार्टमेंट के लिए। उसमें एक विषय है एक्सपीरियंस बेस्ड लर्निंग पर, उस पर जोर दिया गया है। अब ये एक्सपीरियंस बेस्ड लर्निंग, क्या पर्यावरण मंत्रालय ने शिक्षा विभाग के साथ बात की क्या कि भाई आप स्कूल में बच्चों को पेड़ पौधों के विषय में जरा पढ़ाना है तो उनको जरा बगीचे में ले जाइए, गांव के बाहर जो पेड़ पौधे हैं वहां ले जाइए, पेड़ पौधों का परिचय करवाइए। अब ये शिक्षा मंत्रालय और पर्यावरण मंत्रालय मिलकर के काम करें तो उन बच्चों में पर्यावरण के प्रति स्वाभाविक एक जागरूकता आएगी और इससे बच्चों में जीव विविधता के प्रति जागरूकता आएगी और पर्यावरण की रक्षा के लिए उनके दिल दिमाग में वो ऐसे बीज बो सकते हैं जो आने वाले समय में पर्यावरण की रक्षा के एक बहुत बड़े सिपाही बन जाएंगे। इसी तरह अब जैसे जो बच्चे हमारे समुद्री तट पे हैं या नदी के तट पे हैं, वहां बच्चों को ये पानी का महत्व, समुद्र की इकोसिस्टम क्या होती है, नदी की इकोसिस्टम क्या होती है, वहां ले जाकर उनको सिखाया जाए मछली का क्या महत्व होता है, मछली भी किस प्रकार से पर्यावरण की रक्षा में मदद कर रही है। सारी बातें उन बच्चों को लेकर के समझाएंगे। काम तो शिक्षा विभाग का होगा, लेकिन पर्यावरण के विभाग के लोग तो आप देखिए पूरी नई पीढ़ी तैयार हो जाएगी। हमने अपने बच्चों को, आने वाली पीढ़ियों को पर्यावरण के प्रति जागरूक भी करना है, संवेदनशील भी करना है। राज्यों के पर्यावरण मंत्रालय को इससे जुड़े अभियान शुरू करने चाहिए, योजनाएं बनानी होगी। अब जैसे किसी स्कूल में फल का कोई पेड़ है तो बच्चे उसकी जीवनी लिख सकते हैं, पेड़ की जीवनी लिखें। किसी औषधीय पौधे के गुणों के बारे में भी बच्चों को निबंध लिखवाया जा सकता है, वक्तृत्व स्पर्धा की जा सकती है। हमारे राज्यों की यूनिवर्सिटीज और लेबोरेटरीज को भी जय अनुसंधान इस मंत्र पर चलते हुए पर्यावरण रक्षा से जुड़े इनोवेशंस को सर्वोच्च प्राथमिकता देनी होगी। पर्यावरण की रक्षा में हमें टेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल भी ज्यादा से ज्यादा बढ़ाना चाहिए। जैसे जो वनस्थान है, जंगल है, उनमें जंगलों की स्थिति का निरंतर अध्ययन बहुत जरूरी है। हम स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी से हम लगातार अपने जंगलों का मॉनिटरिंग कर सकते हैं, बदलाव आए तो तुरंत मार्क कर सकते हैं, सुधार कर सकते हैं। साथियों, पर्यावरण से जुड़ा एक और अहम विषय है फॉरेस्ट फायर का भी। जंगलों में आग बढ़ रही है और भारत जैसे देश के लिए अगर एक बार आग फैल गई तो हमारे पास उतने संसाधन भी कहां हैं कि हम आधुनिक टेक्नोलॉजी से आग को बुझा पाएंगे। दुनिया के समृद्ध देशों को आपने देखा होगा टीवी पे, चाहे पश्चिमी अमेरिका हो, कनाडा हो, ऑस्ट्रेलिया हो, पिछले दिनों यहां जो फॉरेस्ट फायर हुआ, जो जंगलों में आग लगी, कितनी तबाही हुई, वन्य पशुओं की बेबसी, इवन जनजीवन को भी प्रभावित कर दिया। उसकी एशिस के कारण मीलों तक लोगों का जीना मुश्किल हो गया। वाइल्ड फायर की वजह से ग्लोबल एमिशन में भारत की हिस्सेदारी बहुत कम है जी, नगण्य है। लेकिन फिर भी हमें अभी से जागरूक होना होगा, अभी से हमारी योजना होनी चाहिए। हर राज्य में फॉरेस्ट फायर फाइटिंग मैकेनिज्म मजबूत हो।
Now, a day after massive crackdown on PFI, their protests have turned violent. In retaliation to what can be seen as yesterday's nationwide NIA raids, PFI members have vandalized cars and autos in Thiruvananthapuram and have damaged buses in Kollam. 2 civilian police officers have been injured in the attack by the PFI members. Taking note of the violence, Kerala High Court has taken suo motu case against these leaders of the Popular Front of India. The High Court has also sought immediate action against those turning violent. The Popular Front of India on Thursday called for a Kerala shutdown today as members of the controversial Islamist group protested across the state against the pre-dawn raids and arrests of its key leaders by the National Investigation Agency. In view of the shutdown call, the government has beefed up security in the state and warned of strict action if anyone breaks the law and incites trouble. My colleague Shibi Mole is now joining me live from Thiruvananthapuram. Shibi, give us a sense of the ground situation in Kerala today after the raids and arrests that were conducted by the NIA yesterday.
Well, Paulami, since morning we're only hearing news of this hartal being turning into violent, because a lot of attack took place took place in different parts of the state on buses, especially KSRTC buses. The Kerala High Court has now taken a suo motu case against the PFI leaders for initiating a flash hartal, because flash hartals are banned in the state. Flash hartals are banned in the state. It was banned by the Kerala High Court in 2019, saying that a hartal can be called in the state only after giving prior notice of 7 days. But this was called yesterday and it's been causing a lot of trouble to the public. In Thiruvananthapuram, the situation is slightly better, but in other districts, a lot of buses, especially KSRTC buses, were attacked, and the police had given permission yesterday for KSRTC buses to run normally. But right now, outside this KSRTC bus station in Thiruvananthapuram, you can see a lot of buses have been parked because of the situation, that's because of the unrest in the city as well as in other parts of the state. Now, the police has said that any buses after this till 6 p.m. will run only with police protection, only with police escort. Outside the bus station, heavy police deployment is also there because they are trying to avoid as much as clashes as possible. In certain districts, shops were also attacked. Shops were forcefully asked to shut down. When Kerala's DGP Anil Kant had clearly said yesterday that no shops or no public should be forcefully asked to go back, or no shops should be forcefully shut down. But here we are seeing a situation that's going out of control in certain parts, especially in the Malabar region, where PFI's prominence is quite important. And they have yesterday itself said that if their leaders are not let free, they will call for a strike, and they will also stake out rallies across different parts of the state. Yesterday they were blocking roads, highways, and creating very much difficulty for the public. And today the BJP has come out saying that the Home Department in Kerala is being controlled by the PFI. They are supporting the PFI because 2 policemen were attacked in Kollam today, but still no strict action has been taken, is what the BJP is saying and alleging. Now, this hartal is stated to take place till 6 p.m. and the police has now come out and is trying to safeguard as many as public places as possible, because they're really trying to avoid any unrest or any major violent clashes being breaking out.
Right. Shibi Mol there reporting from Kerala. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Now, we have some political reactions on this. Let's listen in.
There is widespread attack on the general public by PFI criminals. The PFI goons have resorted to massive violence in the name of Hartal. They attacked the hundreds of KSRTC buses, forcefully shut shops and disrupted even Mukambika pilgrimage buses. See, here police officers also are being attacked. Police is keeping silence. They are acting like a silent spectators. No stringent action by Kerala police.
Unfortunate that some incidents had happened in various cities of Kerala regarding this ban. Nobody is approving that. And at the same time, I wanted to tell you one thing. The Congress party in Kerala is opposed to all kinds of this communalism. Both RSS and the PYF. They are creating trouble in the state for a quite number of years. And multiple murders are taking place in Alleppey, Palakkad and different parts of the state. So we are opposed to these 2 organizations which is unleashing violence in the state for a long time.
PFI protesters, on what basis is the BJP saying that these miscreants appear to be from the Popular Front of India? Is there evidence?
No. See, first of all, we should understand that this is happening regularly in Tamil Nadu. Yesterday, there was a huge raid by the NA authorities, and I don't think we have the party leader, party president, or myself has said that it is because of PFI. We have only blamed that the law and order situation in Tamil Nadu is deteriorating. This is a great example for that. Petrol bombs being hurled at BJP office and also other places. So that is why we say that the government has to act swiftly and find the culprits.
Sir, even in Kerala, for example, there has been vandalizing today of the buses, cars, auto rickshaws, violent protests breaking out in Kerala. How do you think the state governments should actually go ahead and handle it? Because the PFI is calling for hartal for the next few days. They're angry. They are calling this an attack by the fascist regime on dissenting voices.
No. See, NIA has its own duty. They are doing their duty. And they have arrested without any prima facie, I don't think NIA will conduct searches and arrest people. Yesterday itself, they have arrested hundreds of people. So we need to understand that this PFI and SDPI are doing something in the state of Tamil Nadu and Kerala.
India Today has exclusively accessed details of how the Modi government carried out this mega operation. It took months of planning and coordination with multiple states and agencies to carry out the well-coordinated, wide-scale operation against the Popular Front of India. On September 2nd, when Prime Minister Modi was commissioning INS Vikrant in Kochi, his security team, led by National Security Advisor Ajit Doval, was working to uproot the entire network of the PFI in Kerala. To keep the operation undercover, as per the directives from the Home Minister, Mr. Amit Shah himself, the security officials held meetings and talks with their counterparts very discreetly. After Kerala, the NSA moved to Mumbai, where he stayed at the governor's house in the city to hold meetings with security officials there. Sources said that utmost care was taken to ensure that secrecy was maintained like it was done in the time when Article 370 was abrogated. Over 200 NIA officers were involved in this mega crackdown on PFI terror links. My colleague Amit Bhardwaj is now joining me live from Delhi on this. Amit, this is obviously a massive operation which was conducted by the NIA in coordination with other agencies like the Enforcement Directorate, like the state ATSs and the polices and the police system as well in various states. Clearly, it took a lot of meticulous planning.
Well, absolutely right, Paulami. You know, the very fact that the operation started in the midnight itself, you know, this was done at one go at several locations. Initially, there were information early in the morning around 7. India Today broke this story at that NIA and the Enforcement Directorate is raiding several locations across the country. And that point in time, remember, we were talking about 10 estates where raids were being conducted and several people getting detained in those who had links with the Popular Front of India network. And later in the day, by the evening, the number actually swelled to 15, which also means that, you know, and we also learned from our sources that there was a control room from where the entire operation was being viewed and overviewed as to how a situation is panning out. And the paramilitary force and the local police was also involved to make sure that the law and order situation at places where the raids are being conducted does not get out of hand. So clearly, it took a lot of meticulous planning and execution, because not only planning was perfect, execution was also perfect. Midnight raid by 3:30 in the night. A lot of many of the state officials of the Popular Front of India, for instance in Delhi, were already detained and later arrested by the either by the NIA or by the Enforcement Directorate. And information about the top officials such as the PFI chairman or General Secretary Anis Ahmed was not very much clear even till 10 in the morning, which meant that the agencies were trying their best to make sure that the word does not get out quite early, and the the entire legal process of the process of the searches and raid does not gets disrupted. And later by 12 in the noon yesterday, the entire NIA operation in a way was already wrapped up, and after that the legal processes started. And that is why later in the evening what we noticed was that at least 18 individuals were brought to the national capital and they were produced in front of the special court. And this also included PFI General Secretary Anis Ahmed, which means that, there was a lot of planning, meticulous planning and execution by the NIA, by the central agencies, and it took a lot of coordination. Because remember, it's not just NIA, it's ED as well as the local
Absolutely.
police.
Multiple agencies that were involved in this massive operation, which of course was led by the National Investigation Agency. Amit, thank you so much for joining us with those details. We've got news coming in. Ashok Gehlot opens up about Congress chief post. Gehlot ready to accept Sonia's decision. Gehlot says will follow what Sonia decides. BJP attacks Gehlot over remark. BJP says, what authority does Sonia have? Remote control rule by the Gandhis, BJP has asked now. That's the latest that's coming in right now. Ashok Gehlot has said that he's ready to accept Sonia Gandhi's decision. The BJP has mocked this and said, what authority does Sonia Gandhi have to authorize someone to contest the elections? Is this election being remote controlled by the Gandhis? Is what the BJP is asking of the Congress at the moment.
ये तो हमारे जो जनरल सेक्रेटरी इंचार्ज हैं मिस्टर अजय माकन, वो और कांग्रेस प्रेसिडेंट सोनिया जी, वो लोग फैसला करेंगे कि अब मान लीजिए मैं अध्यक्ष बन रहा हूँ तो क्या प्रक्रिया हो वहाँ पर, कब हो प्रक्रिया, ये तमाम फैसले वो करेंगे.
So Ashok Gehlot, they remember, had a meeting with Mrs. Sonia Gandhi just a few days ago, a long 2-hour meeting in Delhi, where sources tell us that the Congress's upcoming presidential elections were discussed. Remember, it has been speculated that Ashok Gehlot could in fact file his nomination for these elections as soon as they open. The war over Congress's viral Pay CM campaign in Karnataka has escalated. After putting up posters with Chief Minister Bommai's face and a QR code, the Congress has now released Pay CM screenshots of alleged scam payments. The pictures feature top Karnataka ministers with the tagline, "Deal is yours, commission is ours." The Congress has been going after the Bommai government, accusing it of taking 40% commission for contracts and for the recruitment of assistant professors and junior engineers. The Congress is also alleging a cash for CM post scam. Under fire, the Chief Minister has hit back, calling the Congress Pay CM campaign a conspiracy to malign the state government.
सब भ्रष्टाचार में डूबे हैं. They are mired in corruption. This is a government founded upon corruption. This is a government of the corrupt for the corrupt. And people of Karnataka have seen this. They are going to expose it. People are ready to vote them out of power.
Both are BJP 40, Congress 20. 20-40 मैच चल रहा है. We are for the people, from the people, to the people, of the people. आ जाओ बाजार में.
Mr. Bairagoda, when he was speaking in the assembly, he said that we will face it. Whatever comes, we will face it. That means these people only have done the banners, posters or whatever. And it's totally baseless. It's a total election propaganda they're trying to make, and it's a very dirty politics. They're playing a very dirty politics here.
Meanwhile, Karnataka Chief Minister Basavaraj Bommai claimed Pay CM was an organized conspiracy to malign his image and the states. Listen in.
ಇದು ನೋಡಿ, ಒಂದು ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥಿತವಾದಂಥ ಒಂದು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಮತ್ತು ನನ್ನ ಹೆಸರು ಕೆಡಿಸೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನಡೆದಿರುವಂಥ ಷಡ್ಯಂತ್ರ. ನಾನು ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟಂಥ ಅಧಿಕಾರಿಗಳಿಗೆ ಕೇಸ್ ಬುಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ತನಿಖೆ ಮಾಡಿಸ್ತೀವಿ ಯಾರಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಹಿಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಆಧಾರರಹಿತವಾಗಿ ಈ ಥರ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಮೀಡಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಮಾಡುವಂಥದ್ದಲ್ಲ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಈ ಥರ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ. ಇದರಿಂದ ಏನು ಜನಕ್ಕೇನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ನಡೀತಾ ಇದೆ. ಇದೆಲ್ಲ ಸೂಡೋ ಕ್ಯಾಂಪೇನ್ಸ್ ಇವೆಲ್ಲ ಇತ್ತೀಚೆಗೆ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿದ್ದಾವೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೂ ಬೆಲೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಆದರೆ ನನಗಿಂತ ನಮಗೇನಂದರೆ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಹೆಸರು ಕೆಡಿಸುವಂಥ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಡಿವಾಣ ಹಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂತೇಳಿ ತೀರ್ಮಾನ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ.
My colleague Sagai Raj is now joining me live from Bengaluru on this. Sagai, good morning to you. Now that the war of words has, of course, erupted between the Chief Minister and the Congress party. Yesterday, of course, the Chief Minister in the Assembly said he's willing to, in fact, explain on the floor of the House and face any sort of questions on this 40% Commission Sarkar charge against his government. Any forward movement on that?
In fact, the Congress had moved for an adjournment motion inside the Assembly, but the Speaker did not give permission to discuss about that. Post that, Karnataka Chief Minister who spoke about this and saying that they are ready to face any kind of debate inside the Assembly on the same. But after that, it was not discussed. Even BJP came with a counter of Waqf Board scam, which was tabled in the year 2020, and demanding Speaker to allow a discussion on the same inside the Assembly. And there was was a discussion for a while, but it was not allowed in a full-fledged. Even yesterday, there was nothing which has happened inside when it comes to the discussion. And today, it is just a half a day because today is the last day of the assembly session in the state of Karnataka.
Sagai, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. Slipping into a very short break. Coming up next, NTR University renaming row explodes. The junior NTR roars on university renaming row. Details on the other side.
You are watching India Today.
Arvind Kejriwal is on the campaign trail in Gujarat, one of the big upcoming elections. He said the Congress is finished.
You look at it on a larger, on a national scale, no, the Congress is not finished, you know, and this is coming from a party which has 0 Lok Sabha MPs right now.
Arvind Kejriwal is positioning himself as a potential challenger, if not in 2022, then in 2027.
One party who can take on the Congress at this point as the leading opposition in this country is optics.
Kejriwal attempted something similar in Uttarakhand. Didn't quite work. Small state, didn't quite work. In Goa, yes, he got 6% of the vote, but the Congress was still substantially larger.
14, if he takes 14 Vidhan Sabha seats, this election in Gujarat, the Aam Aadmi Party would have done more than what they wanted to do. 14 is their figure.
Aam Aadmi Party is certainly a natural national replacement. This is what Raghav Chadha said, and I totally agree with him because they've mostly wiped out the Congress in Delhi.
Rahul Gandhi actually given up on Gujarat completely. The fact remains he's spending 18 days in Kerala, only 2 days in Uttar Pradesh, and practically it's a splinter yatra that's going into Gujarat.
But actually the voters resonate with the Delhi model of governance pitch that they've been making in Punjab, similarly in Gujarat as well, because honestly speaking, what is the Delhi model of governance?
You know, I think Kejriwal sold this education health model of his, and these are two areas where Gujarat has traditionally been weak.
Delhi is Congress Mukt. Punjab Congress has been defeated. So Arvind Kejriwal is eating into the opposition votes or the Congress votes. Both these states he is successful. In the third state, Congress is in a disarray.
I would not write off any political party which has got 35 to 40% vote like the Congress completely. The Congress has a well-entrenched vote in Gujarat. Can AAP completely take that vote over in one election? We don't know. They did it in Delhi. But as I said, Delhi is not India.
Make your media plan smarter with India Today Live TV on your connected devices.
You are watching India Today.
The YS Jagan Mohan Reddy-led government in Andhra Pradesh passed a bill amid protests to rename the NTR University of Health Sciences as YSR University of Health Sciences. The university was established in 1986 by TDP founder and former Chief Minister N.T. Ramarao. Here's a detailed report.
Tiger of Tollywood. Junior NTR has roared at the Jagan government over the renaming of the NTR Health University as Dr. YSR Health University. In a rare public statement on social media, the superstar questioned the need to rename the NTR Health University with a simple message. Why remove the legacy of one icon as a tribute to another icon? His message, which sent ripples through Andhra Pradesh, was that nobody can erase the memory of NTR from the minds of people. As expected, the statement from Junior NTR sparked a massive political controversy. TDP leaders led by ex-Chief Minister Chandrababu Naidu met with the state governor, registering their official protest over the name change.
This is unethical, illegal, illogical, and all of us are condemning totally. Just now I met Governor with the Chancellor of the University. I asked him, "You are the Chancellor, government has taken your permission." He said he don't know.
Tension also prevailed in the university premises as TDP leaders were seen protesting, leading to many activists also being detained by cops.
Decision of Sri Jagan Reddy to remove the name of Sri NTR for the Health University at Vijayawada is highly objectionable. And today when I speak at this moment, our party MLAs and MLCs are agitating strongly both in the Legislative Assembly and Legislative Council under the leadership of Sri Nara Lokesh Garu and Acham Naidu Garu. Telugu Desam party will fight it out. We will not allow this to happen.
It's not just the TDP but also Congress which has questioned the Jagan government's move.
This is not a childish activity. It is a mischievous, arrogant and irresponsible activity by the governments. Government has the power to change, but there is no right to change. Because on those days, the great people are people who important at those areas.
The state government meanwhile has defended the move, highlighting the work that Jagan's father, Dr. YSR, had done for healthcare and medical education in the state for years. The amendment bill to rename the university was also passed by voice note in the assembly. The legacy war between NTR and Dr. YSR Reddy has reached fever pitch, with superstars and top politicians now jumping into this renaming controversy. Bureau Report, India Today.
My colleague Akshita Nandagopal is now joining me live for this. For more on this, Akshita, why has the TDP picked this up so aggressively?
So it's interesting to see how the Telugu Desam party, the TDP, has also taken up this issue. Because if you look at the last few months and really last few years, Chandrababu Naidu has been going all out to essentially get the legacy of the NTR family together. Because if you've, of course, followed Andhra politics, you know how Chandrababu Naidu became the head of TDP, became Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh. It was essentially a coup and backstabbing of his father-in-law, of NTR. So there's been a huge controversy about that. And because of that, there's been this huge family divide of many within the NTR clan, not necessarily backing Chandrababu Naidu. Naidu needs that support desperately. So he's been going out of his way to try and unite the NTR clan, to get their support, to get their complete backing. So this particular step, where the TDP has taken it upon themselves to ensure that they go all out to oppose the renaming of this health university from NTR Health University to Dr. YSR Health University, is with that particular messaging. Chandrababu Naidu making it very clear that I stand with the NTR clan, hoping that the family will once again unite and back the TDP with full force.
Akshita, thank you so much for joining us with all of those details. We're slipping into a very short break. Coming up next, heavy rains affect normal life across Delhi. NCR low-lying areas completely inundated. Met Department